So I figured I should do a video since I haven't had one in a little while, and two reasons for that. One, like I just said, I haven't had one in a while, and I like to put content out somewhat regularly, especially since what I'm going to show today is some of the kind of content that I usually like to watch. Second reason is because this is going to be examining a purchase I made, and I want to have some video evidence in case there's anything wrong so I can go back to the seller and figure that out. But so you know what I'm talking about. It's another eBay purchase, and it's very, very heavy. And I know I'm not normally doing pickup videos on my regular channel. I usually just do them as shorts or TikToks. But I figured in this case, we'll make an exception because you guys are probably going to like what I got on there, hopefully. Hopefully I'll like it too. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this opened up. So I readjusted the camera and the lighting. Hopefully it'll come through. If not, I'll see what I can do during editing. And it looks like there's a packing slip already at the top here. I'll have to pull that out, so let me pause it real quick. So never mind, it actually wasn't a packing slip or anything. It was an old shipping label. I'm assuming that they reused this box, so. Oh, there's discs in here too. I was not expecting that. Not sure if they work or not. We have AT&T WorldNet service. Now again, this is not the reason I was picking this up, but hey, floppy disks are floppy disks. It's another disc, looks like disc 2. Also got some sort of double density disc, no label. We'll have to check that out one of these days. And if you can see the Toshiba, you might know what this might be. A T3300 SL notebook computer. A bunch of stuff. I was really not expecting the documentation because I didn't see them in the listing, so that's really cool. I think the cameras or the lighting is washing it out a little bit though. Yeah, that's better. Probably more accurate of what it looks like in real life. And then we've got a modem manual. I mean, geez, look at that. Oh, and here's, I'll have to blur that out because we don't want to out anyone. And there's a disc 3. Wow. It's actually, this little disc holder is pretty cool too. So, now the condition of the notebooks I should say, because there's more than one in here. Spoiler alert. I saw on the pictures and they're iffy, but figured I'd take a chance anyway because the price was good in my opinion. Where am I going to put all this stuff? One of them is not a Toshiba, if I remember correctly, and I think there were 2 of them, and well, there's that, so it's like part of it's already coming apart, but we already know about brittle plastics from that era, so unfortunately there probably wasn't much that could be done. Probably could have been packaged a little better, but the fact that there's any packing material at all, I mean, I'm not going to complain too much. And I do know that I don't think the chargers were included, which is going to be a problem. Miscellaneous programs, test labs, FTP, something from 1995. I'll have to look at that too. All right, let me clean this mess up and we'll take a look at the laptops a little closer. All right, now we can take a little bit of a closer look. Also in the box is the little trackball attachment, so that's really cool. With right and left buttons, I didn't even realize that. I don't even know if they get it all in frame here, but there it is. It's a Toshiba satellite. This particular one is the T1960 CT200. And of course, that's where the trackball attaches to. Assuming, PC, ABS. Not sure what that's for. Maybe there's supposed to be ports. Oh, PS2 ports. Cool. And we've got a PC card in here already. I'll have to figure out how to get that. Oh, maybe like that. That's locked in place. I'll have to figure that out. I don't want to force it right now. On the back, we got a VGA out, parallel serial port, as well as covers, which is always nice. Kensington lock, typical. And the power button, DC in 18 volt. I may have an adapter for that. If not, then I'll pick one up. And then an eject for the floppy disk drive, or for the battery actually, which probably has no charge in it. Now, what I'm most concerned with is what's underneath. So the eject lever is missing from there, whereas on this side it's there, so I don't know if I'm going to go open it easily. I might need to slip something in there. Let's see if I can use a spudger. Keyboard, kind of dirty, but you know that's expected. And there's the screen. I do see a little bit of screen burn. I don't know if that's a polarizer film. Let's see if we can get that glare out, or if it's some other burn-in, but we'll have to find out if I can get it powered on. Intel Inside, red label, which probably means it's 486. It looks like it's got some sort of a keyboard overlay for the function keys here. Just out of curiosity, let's see if it turns on. Yeah, that's what I thought, the battery's dead. But I'll see if I can find an adapter and see if we can't power it on. Mainly check the status of the screen, but before that, let's take a look at the other two. This one is almost identical to the first one. It is a T1900C/120. I don't know if that's the size of the hard drive. This one does have the lever intact on this side. Again, same PS2 ports. Wonder if this one's got a PC card installed. This one does not. So, bummer. VGA port, and of course, serial parallel. Also needs 18 volts, power button, battery eject, floppy disk drive. Let's take a look at the screen and the keyboard on this one. Oh, this one definitely is not in great shape, as you can see already. It's the outer layer, though, that's scratched up. I'm wondering if that could be removed or not. I'll have to take a look and see, look up some tutorials online or something. Rubber's definitely deteriorating down here. I'll have to address that as well. A little bit of a staining and all that. Let's see, battery, I doubt it. Yeah, of course not. So, T1900C. Again, red label, probably a 486. We'll find out if we can get it powered on and see what happens. At the very least, because it's got VGA out, we can always hook it up to a monitor. So, let's look at the third one. And the last one, making some rattling sound, and there's definitely some additional broken plastic. But it's an IBM ThinkPad, very scratched up. Floppy disk drive and optical drive. Not sure, microphone, headphone. There's your volume control, VGA, parallel, serial. This one I'm not sure of the voltage, although I get to play puzzle pieces together. Mouse PS2 port. I'll have to look at the voltage, might be written down somewhere. I'll move that though, because I don't want it to get lost or any further damage. And then on this side, you can see it's cracked here. PCMCIA slots are a little, well, the covers are a little janky, so guessing power there. And this is a Type 2635. I don't think that's the model number though. Does it show the voltage anywhere? Maybe under the battery compartment here. I'll have the battery untested, $5. Okay. I'll have to look up the specs and see if I have a charger for it. As you can see, I don't know, maybe you can't see. I definitely got a crack all the way here. There's some minor cracks here and here. I guess some docking port of some sort would attach. It's either sold or serviced by Unitech International. Looks like from Virginia. Now, I know the condition of this one based on the photos. keyboard is intact, but the display, again, the outer layer at least, it's got some cracks in it, so. But we'll see if we can power on and see what we find out. Oh, it's a 380D. I don't know if it shows up there easily. Let's see. Yeah, right there, 380D. So, all right, let me get my universal adapters, see if I have anything that'll work with these. If I do, we can test them. If not, maybe the video's over. Maybe I'll stop recording and try to order some universal adapters and go from there. So unfortunately, I don't have any chargers that'll work. I used to have a universal laptop charger. No idea where it's at. Might be in my dad's house. I might have gotten rid of it. I have no idea. But I'm going back over the listing, and yeah, actually, it did say it was going to come with some of these discs and the trackball attachment and everything, so that's on me. Apologies that I misspoke. It's been a while since I saw the listing, so what I'm going to do is go online and probably order a universal laptop charger. Maybe I'll even just go to Micro Center, pick one up. We'll see. Haven't been there in a while. And they just recently sent me a coupon for one of those free USB drives or an SD card, and I'm never going to pass one of those up, so let me go get a universal adapter and then I'll resume recording and hopefully we can see if these things work or not. Alright, it is the next day and I picked up, well, ordered from Amazon, a generic universal power supply that comes with a bunch of different types of tips and everything. Fortunately enough, though, the same tip works in both the Toshibas and the IBM, so we're going to use that and see. And I'm going to start with the satellite here, the one with the damaged screen. Well, the screen lens more than likely, again, just for reference there. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Oh, oddly enough, I cannot remove the battery because the release lever just doesn't seem to be latching onto it or something. It must have become disengaged. Hopefully I can take this apart without taking out the battery and remove it that way. DC in comes on and flashes. Let's see what happens if I hit power. Nothing. Which, from what I understand, is pretty normal for these. I guess there's a capacitor inside. Forget where the capacitor is on the board itself, but I guess it's a 16 volt, 1000 microfarad capacitor. Needs to be replaced. I mean, they all probably do, but that one for sure does. It usually prevents these things from powering on. Oddly enough, I'm not getting, oh, so the ECN blinks twice fast, too slow. So whatever that code is, it's typically a capacitor. So let's go ahead and try the other one, but I have a feeling it's going to be the same. And maybe we'll get lucky, who knows? Now for the 1960, I was able to remove the battery, fortunately, and it has like a very, very tiny charge. So let's see here. And the DC light is doing the same thing, basically. 2 quick flashes and 2 longer ones. So yeah, it's probably the capacitor on this one as well too. Bummer. Oh well, let's see what the IBM can do. So the IBM is literally crumbling. Where I had it sitting, there's just a bunch of pieces of plastic. It does not bode well. Alright, so we've got power plugged in. Let's see what happens. I get power. Screen flashed. I can't see anything because it's got the vinegar effect. Let's see if I can get... There is a display though, ish. I'm getting an error though because more than likely the CMOS battery is dead and there's no BIOS settings or anything set. I can actually... Microsoft Windows 98 CD-ROM startup menu. Is there a disk in here? Oh my god, I got a free copy of Windows 98 2nd edition. An official one too. Heck yeah. But yeah, there's a very faint display. If I get this hooked up to a monitor, it should work, right? Let me see if I can do that. Alright, so I've got a display hooked up that's on the wrong input. I'm going to go to VGA. See what happens. Do I have to do anything? Let's see, function F7. The internal display just shut off. Nothing on the external display though. Check the cable connections. And we have a display. Is there no hard drive in here? Possibly. Hard to say. 602, no bootable media. It's going to try to, there we go. Let's see what happens though. So far, nothing. It's trying to read from the CD. I can hear it. Well, let me give it some time and see if anything changes. I wasn't getting anything, so I reset it. Let's see what happens. CD's spinning. It's also possible it just can't read from it completely. Maybe a dirty lens or something. I'll have to take it apart anyway, especially since I need to figure out how to reattach all of these plastic parts, because there's definitely a lot of them. Yeah, I'm not getting anything, so let me try to restart it again. See if I can get into the BIOS. I have no idea what key is used to get into a BIOS. And an IBM. Nope, that didn't work. Does have 48 megs of RAM. Ah, there we go. So probably you have to hold F1 while you power the system on, so no big deal. Looks like there's a little bit of noise on the screen scrolling down. Not sure if maybe just a bad connection or whatever, but that's fine. Let's see. Yep, 48 megs. Well, initialize anything. I don't care about date time. Nope. Does it? So I don't know if it sees a hard drive. Maybe there's some tests we can run though. I hear it clicking. Doesn't sound great. Hopefully it still works. It says it's okay. Interesting why it won't boot off a CD though. Or at least, it won't get past the startup menu. But I guess that's also future video content right there, because obviously I'm going to have videos for all three of these laptops. Trying to get them to work, refurbished and what have you. Where possible. I think these screens are available on eBay. I've seen them, listed like $15, $20 or something like that. So hopefully I can get it replaced. Although with it being so darn brittle, I'd also be really afraid to take it apart. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I can't get it to boot. Like I said, it could be the CD itself could be in bad shape. The drive, it is what it is. These are old machines. So 1 out of 3 power's on at least. So that's a good sign. We go ahead and let's wrap this particular video up. So, yep, these are the 3 laptops, along with the IBM's missing pieces and everything, and I'll show you the rest in a bit. There's the 1960, which is the more powerful of the 2 Toshibas. I'd really like to get this one working, especially since the display seems to be in better shape. At least while it's off, I can't tell if there's any other issues with it or not. But, it's cool that I've got some of the accessories, some books. Obviously, the manual is not correct for this particular series or anything. Not sure if that was included by mistake or what have you. It is what it is. Like I said, I hope I can get at least one of these working, preferably this one. But if this is the one I can get working, so be it. And as you can see on this seat, there's the rest of the IBM pieces. It's not doing too great. So maybe I can find another dead one on eBay that's going to have an intact chassis at the very least. Wonder if anyone's ever tried to 3D model them and create 3D printable versions of these shells for these older machines. Yeah, it wouldn't look as nice or anything like that. I just noticed that this doesn't have the soft touch on it. That's good. I know it wouldn't look original or anything like that, but it'd be better than having it chip away and crumble in your hands, right? So what you guys think of this little haul here? You guys have any tips or tricks on these? Let me know down below. Like I said, there will be future videos on them. Can't guarantee I'll get any of them working, except for the IBM, because that one at least partially works. But the Toshibas are gonna be a little bit more difficult. They're a pain in the butt to take apart, and a lot of different, tiny issues here and there. But I'd like I said, I want to get one of them working, preferably this one. It's a 46, I believe 50 megahertz. And the other one I think is 25. I'd have to double check, but yeah, let me know below if you guys have any experience with these machines, any tips or tricks or anything like that. The listing did not show any cracks or pieces missing, so I'm gonna reach out and see if maybe partial refund or something like that. We'll see. Anyways, thanks all. I will catch you later.